Hi! So this is a quick update following on the one from last Monday. Yeah, when we got there up the mountains in Kenab, I kind of panicked and kicked myself for not remembering that being on a higher elevation keeps you cooler. So if there it is cold, you're going to be very cold. So this is a little update on the rest of that adventure. By the end of the day, we went down 1,000 feet or so to the town of Page in Arizona.
My name is Adriana, and this is Many Roads, No Rules.
Well, we stayed at Walmart, and the following morning we started driving. Again, I hadn't done any research, which is unusual because I usually check what is nearby that is interesting to see. I check Atlas Obscura, and you usually find very cool places to visit. But I hadn't done any of that because my idea was to go closer to New Mexico, and that day my idea was going down in altitude to warmer places. So we started driving out of Page, and 5 minutes later I see this big sign, Horseshoe Bend, and it hit me. Oh my gosh, this is where the Horseshoe Bend is. I didn't remember. I have seen it many times, but I didn't remember. So of course we took a ride immediately and we went into the park. It's like a monument something, and we had to pay $10 to go in, but it is worth it. So we parked and we had to walk about a mile towards the viewpoint and back. So we did walk a couple of miles there. But it was fantastic in spite of having been cold during the night, which was okay. It was about 34 or so. It is okay. At least we were not freezing, but almost. The day was fantastic. We even broke a little sweat. What a fantastic place. I am so happy Lua is starting to learn how to walk next to me without pulling. That's amazing. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful. That sounds like fun.
நடுவில் வந்து பெரிய மலை ஆனால் ஆக்சுவலி ரொம்ப பெருசு நம்மளுக்கு பார்க்கும்போது அப்படி தெரியுது. கீழே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா போட்லாம் போகும். போட்டு வந்து தெரியுதா?
Beautiful. But then on the way south, going lower, we drove what probably was one of the most beautiful roads I have driven so far. It brought memories of the, I think it is the Virgin River, Highway 20 coming south of Thermopolis in Wyoming. It brought some memories of that. Absolutely gorgeous. some miles after these beautiful formations, we were going to go to a gas station for some gas and highway coffee, of course. And the minute we were parked in the center lane, the turn lane, an accident happened right in front of us. I saw them going up in the air and falling down, and it was pieces of cars everywhere. And it was so weird because this guy coming out of the gas station, he did not have the right of way by any stretch of the imagination, but I am sure he was like, okay, give me my Doritos, the ones we just bought, and where is my coffee? He was totally distracted. He took the road. But the other guy coming from the south on a pickup truck, I would blame him for the accident, in spite of the fact that he had the right of way. And this is important. When we talk about, I am a very good driver, yes and no. Because that was a stretch of highway that was a 45 mile an hour, and I am sure he was coming at 100. And so I have the right of way, pickup truck. I consider pickup trucks the bullies of the highway. I have the right of way, so get out of my way, blah. And you are not going to get in front of me because I have the right of way. What is that good for? You have the right of way, you are going at a very high speed, and so you are not able to see if a distracted driver gets in your way. You don't see them. They just crashed and the car hit him right behind the front wheel, and as I said, they went up in the air, and the pickup truck got their axis broken, so it was by the side of the road. They are not driving anywhere. So I think that is very stupid, like with two O's, stupid. In any case, after that, the road went up to 8,000 feet to where the Coconino National Forest is, and I promise, if it weren't that cold, I would have stayed there 2 weeks. I have always heard of the Coconino National Forest, many van dwellers, nomads who stay there, and I was thinking, okay, one day I will see it. This time we drove by it, and I promise it felt like, yes, you have to live there. It's so beautiful, so gorgeous, with the San Francisco mountains next to them. Just a beautiful place. I would love to spend time there one day. So if you have it in your plans to go to higher altitude to escape the heat waves, Coconino National Forest is a couple of hours, I think, north of Phoenix. Super highly recommended. Even if I haven't stayed there, I know through some other people that it is wonderful, and I saw it. The landscape is ridiculously beautiful. So there you go, one recommendation of a place I haven't been in. So of course at 8,000 feet, if it was cold at 6,000, imagine. It was super cold, windy, cloudy, snowy. After that, we crossed through Flagstaff, which is one of the snowiest places in the United States, and it was very gray, dark, snowy, super cold. We stopped at a rest stop. because Lua, I needed to take her out to pee or something, and we know she doesn't, but I still want to make sure she's not in an emergency situation, that kind of thing. So it was so dark. It reminded me of the winters in Minnesota, so cold, and we had a little bit of flurries. It was more like hail, but it was very light, so I don't know, somewhere in between flurries and hail. It was freezing cold, and it was not particularly interesting. I am done with tough winters. So after the flurries we had, and the cold, we had torrential rain. After leaving Flagstaff, when we started going down, the snow was not snow anymore. It was rain, but it was heavy pouring rain, and I don't like to drive in pouring rain on the highway, mostly when there are big signs that say slippery when wet. Oh my gosh. So you're driving a bigger vehicle and you cross your fingers. The mechanic was right when he said your tires and brakes are fine. Yeah, you hope he was right and not just delirious. So we had snow, we had hail, heavy one, a little south of there. We had torrential rain. In 3 or 4 hours of driving, my nerves were destroyed. Luckily, I found a place that was lower elevation and was going to have good weather for the next 3 or 4 days. So So we did find BLM. It ended up being a very beautiful place. If you saw Lua running, probably you saw those hills. The sage there gives the hills that bluish hue. It's just magnificent. We had 3 nights there, very nice, very calm and quiet. We both needed that. Lua, we made it, Lua. We are super happy. Yay, happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Lua, Lua, Lua. Are you happy? No, ahí no. Lua, 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 dame un beso, sí. We are so good. If you see a snake, don't make acquaintances with them, okay? Just saying. And we came down to Phoenix because I have to run some errands, and I'm going to be getting an email that I have to print and send by mail. So complicated thing. I will tell you more about that. But that is what we are doing. So we came all the way down from up the mountains there in Utah, and we are on our way south of here. We are going to be boondocking, I hope, for at least 10 days, a little east of Tucson. And then from there we are going to go to Las Cruces in New Mexico, and from there we are going to go up the mountains, depending on how the temperature goes. If it is still too cold, we will stay at a lower elevation, but we are on our way to New Mexico and taking it very slowly, because that way we can enjoy a little more. So that was the update. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for being here, and please give me a thumbs up. That would be super appreciated. And of course, if you want to subscribe to the channel, that is going to be super appreciated, and you are going to get a lot of good karma. Thank you, and have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I want